You know, there's something about music that it provides, like it opens up a specific pathway in you that it's like a drug. It really is. It's an amazing drug of inspiration.
And it can be it's a neural map in a way that opens up that whatever that is you're getting. There's a rhythm and a tone to that thing that's inspiring those myelin connections in you to do a thing. I could see that.
Yeah.
So it's a mathematical, three-dimensional geometric puzzle.
So when you're listening to it and you're just like going over in your head, you're just like allowing it to talk to you? Correct.
You have to remain open. Your listening skills should be as important and as honed as your regurgitating skills.
Do you see this like this process? Do you see this process more clearly now than you did years ago? Like, is this something that you get better at?
Oh yeah, like anything. It's just you get better. I think you just get better at listening the more you listen. I found that when I started listening more and reacting more as a listener, the reinforcement of that behavior was that there was a better thing that came out the other end, rather than just sounding like something I'd already done before, jammed over something that somebody else has already done before. So you reinvent.
How long can you do that for?
Ever.
Forever.
Yeah, just listen forever. Because you're going to be hearing it at a different age. You're going to be hearing it differently than you would 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
Right.
Because
And for
different
you,
life experiences. So.
As long as it's engaging and as long as it's fascinating, you keep
right.
doing it.
There's an entire generation of people that's not just my generation. There's people older than me and much younger than me that have grown with this thing. And so as they're aging, they're discovering it.
Right.
Right.
Do you think that people have lost the ability to experience music like that because of things like TikTok?
I'm 58. I don't care. It'll come back around. Things do come back around. Yeah. People start to appreciate those things, and maybe something good will come out of those weird soundbite, narcissistic rabbit holes.
I notice it's really headphone music. Mm-hmm. Most Puscifer records are headphone music.
Puscifer records are headphone albums,
and
for sure.
And it's because, to explain to people, it's a lot of it's panning and where things are actually placed.
Right.
Do you guys think about that? Do you say, let's put this over here, or it needs a part over here?
100% Matt Mitchell, producer, writer, engineer, mixer. He is the mastermind behind all of those things, and he understands those textural landscapes.
Some of the things in this band will, take shape later on. I'll figure out that's maybe a little more than it actually seems at the moment. So. And as far as imagery, the album cover, same kind of thing. There's created a little bit of our own language there. It's just to not give it away at first. People hear the words in songs and you don't quite hear them all, and you start putting your own interpretations on it. I think it's really important to do that early on. You start reading exactly the story that the lyricist wanted you to know, and you might miss a lot of things. The right situation in the song means something else because you just caught a line. So having the lyrics written out in the album, you might have missed that altogether. So we're going to include the lyrics in the record, but we're not going to give the key to it until later on. We'll probably put that key on the internet.
More of a thinking process, puzzles and whatnot. And I think with this particular project, I was kind of abandoning all the books and just kind of getting down to the bare bones of the feelings and going directly to relationships and exploring the energies involved with those different relationships and trying to feel that and just come up with the honest response to those different things. And it comes directly out of the music, really, because music is that higher form of language. So hearing his music, I had to just kind of sit down and clear my head.
Having the ability to change frequencies. On the previous Tool record, I'd have Maynard sing an octave down and go to 15. That way when I played it back at 30, it would be an octave up, but the inflections would be different, or you would vary speed, and, stuff we used to do, crazy stuff.
There is a listening element that has to happen in those settings to make the whole picture work.
It's really important for people who are listening to what we're doing to understand that as well, that we're not claiming to be the pinnacle of anything. Hopefully we're just going to be a catalyst for someone else to absorb what it is that we're doing and take it to another level, because when you're in the middle of it, you have no perspective. And I'm sure there's things that we're missing and things that aren't quite right and not could be better. So, and it's going to take someone else's perspective, and it might not even be in the arena of rock. It could end up being something completely different.